Hey everybody, this is my 40-gallon Waterfall tank, and I just got done some maintenance on this tank yesterday. I removed a lot of mulm and I did a big water change which reduced the tannin in the tank, and you can now see in there nice and clearly. I don't even have my downward spotlight on right now, and you can see in the tank this clearly. So I'm really enjoying the way the tank looks, but over time the population in the tank has dwindled. I lost one of my gold skirt tetras, so I'm down to 5 instead of the 6 that were in there. And I've lost 2 of my platinum guppies, so we're down to just the 1. You can see pecking on the piece of wood right there. And then of course I've got my opaline gourami is still in there. And that's it. I don't really have any other fish in this tank. I may have a few snails, and that's about it, but they're not really in there as pets. They're more in there just because they're in there, and they will certainly act as part of the cleaning crew, but they're not inhabitants of the tank. So I got an idea what I want to do, and I think we're going to spruce this tank up with a little splash of color. So give me a minute to get that together. I'm going to get the tank straightened out just a little bit, and we will get to see what this looks like with a little bit more color in there. So we'll call this your before, and there's your after. So for those of you who didn't figure out what I was going to do in advance, I simply went upstairs to my office tank where I've got some female guppies that get harassed to no end by the males that are in the tank. And as a result, I've always got loads of little guppies. I do have an apistogramma in the tank, and I think the apistogramma keeps the population in check to some degree, but a lot of the little guppy fry managed to hide and survive to be full grown. And the tank was actually getting a little overcrowded with guppies. It was getting a little ridiculous looking, seeing so many guppies swimming around in there. So I pulled a bunch of them out, and we've got them in here now. So a lot of them are these little, I don't know if they are Endlers hybrids or if they are true Endlers. No idea anymore. I've had them for so long, and they've been intermingled in so many of my tanks. I can't remember the last time. Well, I can remember the last time I bought guppies. It was when I bought the platinum guppy right there, and that's been a couple years. So I've got loads of these little orangey yellow ones, and some that are sort of that bluish iridescent color. And then of course I've got a bunch in here that are just little fry, and I have yet to find out what they're going to look like as they grow up. That one there definitely seems like it's going to be a slightly different color than these yellow ones. This little tiny one we can see swimming around. So while I was in there working, I did do a little bit more maintenance. I vacuumed a little bit more mulm out of it. I leaned a rock up against the filter back there, the pump rather, so at least that bright neon green part of the pump is not so obvious when you look at it. And I did pull a piece of Anubias out of my one of my grow out buckets where I keep extra plants and pieces of plants that I trim and take out of my tanks, and I just decided, why not? I got a piece of Anubias over there, let's just stick it in this tank and see what happens. So we'll see if that doesn't take off and start growing, and we will have some Anubias growing in this tank as well. So there you go, just a quick little afternoon thing to do. Put a little bit more color, a little bit more activity in my Waterfall tank now that I've got it looking clean and pretty again. So I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you're subscribed, that way you won't miss anything I got coming up. You never know what it's going to be with me. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, of course, this one here is my 40-gallon Waterfall tank. So thanks again. I'll see you real soon in the next one.